Hey everybody, welcome back to Golf Car TV. My name is Matt with Converted Carts. Today we've got a great looking cart we're going to take a look at. A guy named Trent Newton who has something special for us. Trent, welcome. Thanks for joining us today.
Appreciate you having me on, Matt.
So tell us a little bit, Trent, about just the basics. Tell me what kind of cart you have, what year, what model, make, that kind of stuff, just to get us started, and then we'll take a closer look.
All right. Started out as a 2008 Club Car Precedent. Very rough stock cart. Bought it from a friend of mine that had definitely had his fun with it. Took it down to bare frame and brought it back to what it is today. We wanted something for some campground cruising. I've always been kind of a gas cart guy myself, and comes to campgrounds, you usually need electric. So me and my wife decided we were going to build an electric cruiser. Started off kind of a budget build, and then we blew that out of the water pretty early.
Awesome, Trent. That sounds really cool. So why don't you give us a little tour around this cart and give us an idea of what makes this thing so awesome.
All right, we'll start from the front. Found a MadJax Alpha body kit. Found it used. It didn't have a grill or lights or anything, so bought all that stuff. That was the MadJax Deluxe grill with fog lights. Wired those in where they run with the headlights all the time. Ended up getting the MadJax King XD lift. Absolutely love this lift. It rides great. Super adjustable. It's real easy to line the front end up. And it's took a beating from a few wheelies. Wheels and tires. The MadJax Flowform Evolution 15-inch wheels. And the Nomad tires. DOT approved. They ride good traction on everything. Went with just a basic tinted fold windshield right now. May upgrade that one day. I've got the Rocks rear view mirrors with the turn signals on those front and rear. Went with the Deluxe light kit. I'll show you those. Like I said, just wired those fog lights in with them. As far as dash goes, this is one of the prefab carbon fiber dashes that I cut out to put a real double DIN receiver in. Threw a working backup camera on there as well, because who doesn't need a backup camera on their golf cart? Mounted my Eco battery gauge here. There's my Navitas on the fly controllers. It's got a custom faceplate by my buddy Dale Smith. Went with just some basic Power Acoustic 6.5s up front. Deco mats for the floor mat. I think those turned out really good. MadJax steering wheel. These seats, got a local guy that's really good with upholstery, and he did these seats. As far as drivetrain goes, we're running a Navitas 600 amp 5 kW kit. It's got a Gen 1 Eco battery, 72 amp hour. Really like this setup. Wasn't sold on the lithium before owning it. After owning it, that's definitely the route to go if you're going to be running an electric cart. I started off with the 72 amp hour kit because it was cheaper and I didn't know what kind of range I would need, but it's never left me stranded. It runs good, performs good.
Nice. And you said you're typically a gas guy. So what do you feel about it compared to the gas carts?
Well, I'll be honest with you. I hadn't heard a whole lot about lithium and Navitas AC kits and all that stuff till I joined a few Facebook groups. And then I seen guys popping wheelies on golf carts and thought that looked pretty cool. So decided to give it a try, and they're fun. I mean, they're fun to drive. You know, the biggest thing is the maintenance. It's just not any maintenance with these lithium kits. Basically install it and charge it. So that's nice. The electric carts I've had in the past, you're constantly checking water levels, and if you get them too full, they overflow. They'll spill acid out onto your ground, onto the shop floor, and it's just it's a pain sometimes. So these just take all that away. You definitely, you pay to do that, but you with lead acids, I never got the life that they claim to get. And I think that's going to be different with the lithiums too. So
nice.
Mounting the Eco onboard charger here. Then I did just a fuse block here for all my accessories, and then I'm running a separate 12-volt auxiliary battery. That's the little NOCO trickle charger for it. All that is into a dual NOCO plug, so I plug in my drop cord and it charges both batteries. That's just a basic Serwin Vega 10 with an amp built into it that I decided to throw in here last minute before a beach trip, and it's never made its way back out. Threw my bass knob right there. Let's see. That's the cart from the back end. As far as my auxiliary battery, I've got it in my rear storage. Just a Duracell AGM. It runs everything 12 volt is run into that battery there. However, if that battery was to fail or my charger fail and it not work, I've got the Eco 48 to 12 reducer there that I can got some pre-made wires. I can just hook that up and get going again. So
nice. What's your background to be able to do all that kind of stuff? It sounds like you're fairly technical to begin with, huh?
As far as background is doing stuff like this, I've always had golf carts, my whole life, but started with side-by-sides, upgrading those, and did that deal. Professionally, I work at a wastewater plant, but it is for a utility company, so we've got some maintenance experience, electrical experience, whatnot. So that definitely helps when doing any kind of wiring. So
you had the King XD. Is that a 4-inch or a 6-inch lift that you put on there?
That's a 6-inch lift. I think a 4-inch probably would have cleared these 23s, but I wasn't 100% sure, so I went with the 6-inch.
Yeah.
And they ride great. That'll be any lift kit from now on. That's probably what I'm going to go with, just because of how good they ride. They're well built and they're super easy to adjust. As far as getting your front end alignment, your toe, camber, etc. It was the quickest I've ever done one and been successful. So, as far as the rear goes, pretty basic. Max 5 rear seat. You can see one of my July 4th decorations left over. Threw that old car tag on there for the rear camera mock-up. I planned on making this a LSV when I first built it, but I've put that on pause for the time being, simply because from my research, you're going to have to run seat belts and wear seat belts when you have it as a LSV, which will be fine. I don't mind to do that, but I've got a 2-year-old, and apparently car seat laws apply too. And he loves to ride, but he would probably not enjoy it in a car seat. So as soon as he gets out of a car seat, we'll finish the LSV up and have a little more freedom to drive around.
Awesome. That's very cool. That Alpha kit has grown on me. It's one of those that at first I thought was maybe a little blocky or something, but over time I've come to like that a lot more, especially with that whole Lux kit and stuff. I think that makes it look really nice.
Oh yeah, they turn out great.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Trent. This is really cool. Love looking at the carts and everything you've done there. It sounds like you had some fun as well, and looking forward to seeing what you might do next.
We got another limo in the works, so hopefully it'll be about the same quality build. We'll see how it works out. And I appreciate you having me on, Matt.
Awesome. Thanks, Trent. Appreciate it a lot.